Okay, hello, you guys. I feel like I look cold, but in a good way. Anyway, so yeah, if you haven't seen already, basically I posted a update, like a post on my channel saying that I had a second channel. Okay, so this is how my setup was working, right? I have a main channel that I use for my own personal browsing on YouTube. And then I had a second channel that I was uploading off of. Mostly because I don't even remember what I said. The reason why I even made a second channel was for, I think I just wanted to kind of separate the two. But yeah, now that I think about it, I'm like, why did I even have a second channel? I mean, I'm sure that I had like reasons like at the time that I would have thought that would have made sense, but that's neither here nor there. Anyways, but yeah, I just like, someone had left a comment. I went on vacation for like a month, and then someone had left a comment like 3 weeks ago, and I had never seen this comment. I had never gotten like a email notification about it or anything. I had just never seen it, and it made me so upset because I was like, imagine being somebody, like, it was like a deeply empathetic feeling of like imagine being super engaged with like a small creator, and no shade, like, like, my shit is not even like it's not even like I wouldn't be able to see your comment or whatever, and you don't engage or you don't respond back, especially after seeing somebody so engaged in my stuff. Hold on, let me finish doing this. But yeah, essentially somebody had left a comment on my video, and I was just really upset because I saw it weeks after. Be damned the fact that I was on vacation. I was on YouTube every single day on my main account, but because I had a separate account for where I was actually posting, I just didn't see it. I didn't get any sort of notification or email. Sometimes I get notifications when people follow me, but that's, am I like spitting at the camera? Like, if you see that, ignore that. But yeah, just long story short, I was really upset and disappointed with the way I wasn't engaging. So I was like, you know what? I'm just going to move to my main channel, like the channel that I actually use for my own uploads. I think I just have to be a little bit more conscious of how I use it. Mind you, I'm not wilding out or leaving any crazy weird comments on there, but I think that's probably the main reason why I didn't want to have that account associated. It's like what I wanted to move with, move without any repercussions for what I watch or what I say. Not, like I said, not that I'm doing anything crazy, but like, just to avoid any sort of like conflicts or whatever. But like, that kind of trying to separation, it was inauthentic, and it just wasn't making me the best creator that I could be, especially for people who are actually engaged with my content. And so I was like, you know what? Even though I made a couple of videos, I'm not that far. I don't have that big of a following. I might as well just move. Like, girl, only 20 or 30 people are gonna notice any change. But I'm definitely gonna be more active on here because I'm just naturally more active on here. Also, it's a new year and I have different plans for my content too. So yeah. Anyways, I say all that to say that I wanted today to be the final installation of the black female like superstar, just to give you guys just to give you guys some closure who I've been watching specifically for that, but also for myself to kind of mark the shift. Like, I've acknowledged it. Tarot is still part of my lexicon. It's just this specific topic, girl, we gotta give it up. I said I'm not gonna delete that channel. I'm gonna keep all the original uploads that are already up over there. So if people really do want to look into it more in depth, like if there comes a time where people discover those videos and they're like, oh my god, we want to deep dive, they can go over there and we can have all those discussions in that separate place. But as for over here, we're moving forward. This is just going to be a final installation as a thank you to the people who have been supporting me and who I feel like I've been neglecting. I just want to say my makeup looks amazing today. I'm sure that you guys can see. I'm very pink today. I have my ponytail, and you know what? I just want to say I always feel like my ponytail looks so stupid from the front. I know people look at me and they're like, "Why is your hair red?" and then the ends are black. But if you see the back of my hair, like, you can actually see the ombre there. I don't know why I feel the need to explain that, but if you're wondering why is your ponytail such an obviously different color, if you saw me from the back, you would understand why it was black. Anyways, like, I'm pastel. I'm just a little bit. Just a little bit. I feel like that sounds corny if I say it. Anyway, yeah, no more long talking. Also, I didn't do a good job of explaining this on the other channel. I have tarot bookings, so if you heard these readings and you think I'm good, or you just interested in my reading style a little bit more, I'm an amazing personal reader. I have my website where you can book with me. I have a poetry book. I love to write. I write all kinds of things. So if you like to read poetry, if you would just like to support me, I'm also going to link that below. Anyways, to dive back into this energy, I was feeling like last year, like the end of last year, would be a part of a lot of breakthroughs for her. Like I said, this could be somebody who already has a platform but isn't not necessarily at the top the way that she's supposed to be yet. But like, this could be something that's coming up very soon. This time I'm gonna refrain from using any like time specific measurements unless they come up to me. I just want to talk about what she's doing right now, what life is like, where is it gonna go for the rest of this year, because the main focus of the year, the energy I was getting was for 2026 anyways. It was just something that came up at the end of last year. Yeah, I feel like this person could feel very scapegoated right now. I feel like she's not feeling very supported. And it's very interesting because she's not being supported, but I feel like this is someone who's experiencing a lot of success at the same time. So, like, for example, this might be like your mom doesn't like what you do for a living, but you're making a whole bunch of money. You know, like, for example, like, let's say that you were like, I don't know why I'm specifically thinking of The Color Purple and Suge Avery, and how, like, Suge's family, I believe, like, they were calling her a whore because, you know, she sang the blues and stuff, especially at a time where that was really salacious to be doing, especially for women. I think, was Suge's father not like a pastor? Like, she came from a religious family, and so they were calling her a whore, but she was really beloved in the streets. Like, she was a very successful person. So there could be a strong emphasis on this person not having support from the people closest around them, especially their family. This person could also be getting discriminated against for their looks. This might be a quite an attractive person, but, like, for example, if they were like, let's say that they were a super attractive child, but they were like the only dark skinned child in their family. There's something about their looks. This might even be like gender. So like this is a girl. Maybe she comes from a family with a bunch of men, or that's very male centered. So like they're like, you know, they could be discouraging her specifically because of her margin. Whether like it's about the looks, but it could be about gender. It could be about color. It could be about gender and color. And just these people kind of finding her undesirable in this way. People, she might also, like, for example, this might be somebody who by the end of this month, I know I just said I wasn't going to use time specific markers, but the devil card just came out, which relates to Capricorn. But in general, January, let's say that by the end of this month, if she breaks through, like, she could, the word humble is coming through, so this could be the kind of success that really removes all humility, or maybe she might be quite humble for how successful that she is, right? And the color red is significant. Colors red and purple are significant. I know I just said the color purple, but yeah, like, Aries could also be significant, like Aries energy, or something about a ram, or like, something about a bat. Aries is the ram, right? Just like animals with horns could be significant. What was I gonna say? Oh, but she could have a breakthrough, and people could be looking at this as if it's like witchcraft. Like, I get this energy. That might even be why she's being looked at a little bit weird. It might even be like her occupation. People are just looking at what she does as like bad. But for example, this is how I see it. Let's say that, like, throughout your entire childhood, like, your parents knew that you were getting abused, right? And then you finally get an opportunity, like, let's say, like, you know, like I said, throughout your childhood you're getting abused, and then you get an opportunity after high school, you get a free ride to a college. This is like your parent being like, you did witchcraft to get that scholarship. Like, this is kind of somebody who's prospering in their life, but people are seeing it as if they had to do something evil to get it. And this person might in general deal with a lot of people who are religious going against them. I don't know if I've said that before. They could deal with a lot of people who are religious going against them, or just like they're spinning it that way because they're envious of this person, so they try to act like whatever that they do that goes well for them now, it came from an evil or a demonic place. So this person could be seen as quite devilish. This could also be, especially if this is a woman, like I said, Suge was doing something that for women specifically was very, like, it was like blues was known as salacious, but like especially for a woman at this time, like very very salacious. So there could even be people projecting like things like sex work, or just like promiscuity, or just like dark energy onto this person for doing what they love and being good at it. And then, like I said, it's like this person is doing an amazing thing in the world and they're beloved by the people, but the people closest to them are like, you're not struggling anymore, you must have did something crazy underhanded to get that. And it's like, you would think that you would be happy for me because this, it's not like this person did anything bad to get it. Like, I don't, like, you know what I'm trying to say? This is not that you did anything bad, but I do see that this month will definitely be a breakthrough for this person, whether it's having some of the energy being like visible to the public, or they just have a career upgrade. This might even be money. Like, if this person was having an issue with money, like, for example, let's say that this person has been had the ideas and they've been having the psychic breakthroughs in order to become this person, but they haven't really had the investment. This person could be getting a windfall of money. This could be somebody who is getting signed. Like, I just get whatever was the biggest vice that was stopping for this person from being able to fully invest in this career in a tangible way that everybody could see, is getting eradicated this month. I really do feel, I'll say by the end of January, but this could be by the end of Capricorn season, in general Capricorn season, or even Aquarius season can be significant, like the Saturn signs. Oh, the King of Pentacles. No, this is definitely somebody that's coming through, and it's coming through very soon. I'm telling you, I really do feel like Capricorn season could be significant for this person. Mind you, Capricorn season is significant, like it's almost over. So like this could be within the next week. You might have some people who go super viral, or you see somebody who, like let's say a song goes viral and people could be like, no, this person is next up, or I don't know. This could be somebody who is just very the talk of the town for the internet. This could also be somebody who, when they go viral, they're being talked about for a long time. Because if you know, like, I was going to say if you know anything about the news cycle, but if you're on social media, it's not impossible to go viral today. But if the video was so kind of in the script, people won't necessarily know you or remember you tomorrow, if that makes sense. Like, you could post a funny little TikTok that could get like 10,000 likes today. And that doesn't necessarily mean that it's going to launch your career as a content creator. But sometimes people get lucky. Like, for example, the lady who made like the demure TikTok, that was something that was referenced for quite a long amount of time. It wasn't just one of those like blip in the like the I don't even know what I was trying to say there, but you know what I'm trying to say. It wasn't just like a like I said, some posts go viral and it doesn't really change your life. It's just one viral post you have under your belt, and some people go viral and it changes your life. It depends on how viral it goes and what exactly it is. Like if you make music and you have a song go viral, that could change your life. If you're just talking about oh my cat, you make a cat video that goes viral, 9 times out of 10 it's not going to change your life, even if you could get some money off of it, but I'm also thinking about Cardi B. So like that's what I'm saying. This person is able to tangibly change your life off of a viral moment. It might be one viral moment that ends up turning into a bunch of different ones. It might be, I'm thinking about the fact that Cardi B went from like, not even just the fact that she went from being a dancer, but I'm thinking about her, like, Bodak Yellow was what was able to take her off of Love and Hip Hop and get her into having a real music career. She couldn't even do Love and Hip Hop anymore. So it's that kind of thing. It might even be an elevation to a career, like a big girl career. Or she gets enough money where she's like, this is my career, like this is what I want to do full time. This person might even be quitting a job soon or has recently quit a job. I also want to say that this person, she could be, I don't know if she's a little bit overweight or thick right now, but this could be somebody who either they're going to be loved for their size, or they could be loved for their size, or this could be someone who's going to focus on weight loss very soon. I don't necessarily see this as somebody who's like, they're chunky and they have like insecurities about how they look, but like their looks could improve. This might even, I was just saying that, where like maybe because they're like, if this is a heavy set girl, people might be looking at them like, girl, no one's ever going to support you because, even if you were gorgeous, it obviously is harder for plus size women to get certain things because you're judged, especially when you're a woman, you're judged for being fat. But I don't know, there's just something about like prospering in despite of this might even be somebody who is so beautiful that people like their beauty kind of trumps the fact that they have some weight on them, especially if this is somebody who like they have other things going for them standard wise. Like let's say this is somebody who, I'm trying to think of like a very beautiful fat person. It's not like there's a shortage of them, but I just get this energy of like, for example, marginalization happens, so like fat women might be put to the side, but you might know a lot more like fat white models than you're going to know like fat black models. So for example, like this person might have like a beauty standard, like it might be, like I said, it might be the color, or like they're a very beautiful person. I almost want to say long hair. So there's something about this person, like the skin and the hair being very attractive, and it's enough to carry them, especially if this person is doing some sort of modeling, like they're doing like plus size modeling, or people just feel like they're beautiful enough to be a model. That could be significant. I really do feel, I see this Wheel of Fortune and like Wednesdays coming through, just mercurial energy. This is going to happen very soon. This could also be somebody with, I don't know, I want to say this. I don't know if I ever said this before. This could be somebody with a very nice pair of breasts. It could be somebody with like nice boobs, or like, they have very nice cleavage, or their breasts could be like a big, a big thing. Who's that? I know that there's one white lady who like, she keeps a nasty piece of cleavage. Like, I just feel like this is someone with nice boobs. I don't know why we're talking about that, but nice boobs. This might be somebody who also meditates a lot, or she's meditating a lot. I want to know, does this person really understand their impact? Do they understand what's going to happen to them? I'm also thinking about some of those MJ downloads I got, so I just want to look into that a little bit more. I feel like this is someone who's cognizant of who they're gonna be and what they're meant to do. I think this person, for a minute, was more focused on like building themselves up than necessarily putting themselves out there. Like, this might have been somebody who, like, for example, they might have been due to have a breakthrough at the end of the year, but they're like, you know what, I want to take some time to focus on myself and learn myself a little bit more. So all of this success and all that, like all the tangible success and all the material, that has to come second to my growth. Like, I'd rather just be, you know, at center, like at peace in myself, than be successful in front of the world trying to figure it out, right? So I do think that this person chose to be a little bit plain or bland or remain hidden. That might even be why, you know, we didn't see the breakthrough the way that we're supposed to, because the timing could have been there for sure. And I definitely see that the timing could have been there, but this person might have felt like, you know, I want to be a little bit more introspective. Like, I want to take some time to figure myself out a little bit more. And they might have felt like this might even be somebody who they might have regretted not taking certain opportunities, but they know that they took them for a reason, for it to play off in the long run. And these things are paying off now, because they might feel like, you know, I am totally whole, I feel at peace. But then now I'm able to kind of access, like, they might feel like, because they're doing the introspective, like the shadow work, the inner healing work, I'm able to come into my career now and enjoy all of it. So this might be somebody, when you see them and they come out, they're very confident and they're very happy in comparison. And, you know, they might have been able to be successful in September, but they might have been, you know, super insecure, or, you know, like I said, just really scatterbrained, trying to get their life together. I feel like this is somebody, when they come out, they're very happy at this point. This person could just feel free. Like, you know, sometimes you can just see an energy signature on somebody, where it's like, even their body language and the way that they speak, you know, even if they're trying to put on a happy face, you could tell that they feel constricted. I feel like this is somebody, when the public sees them, they just feel so free. Like, there's no burden, there's no weight on their shoulders. I was literally watching somebody today who I know a couple months ago she was trying to move out, and she finally got the chance. And today was the first time I really looked at this person and thought, they really seem like an adult. Like, they really seem like they're responsible for themselves, and they only answer to themselves, and they're happy about it. You know, I was even saying, I was like, girl, did you just hunch somebody before you got on this camera? Because why do you seem so, like, really at peace? It was really not, it was strange, but not in a bad way. It was just, I was kind of in awe, because I was like, wow, you really feel happy. Like, for a long time, you've probably been maintaining, but you finally feel happy. And I feel like that's how this person is. This person might also, actually, before I got on here, one thing I do often is I will open to the Bible if I feel like I need, like, a sign. And I got this actually from Tina Knowles' book, where she talked about how that's how they figured out Destiny's child's name. And they would often go like through the Bible to, like, do certain things like that. Like, it's just a tip that I got from her. And so I opened today to 1 Kings, or 1 Kings 4, and it was about King Solomon and how he was so, you know, wise, and all the people that he appointed were so great, and he was just super famous because he was such a great ruler. And I really get this energy of this person either being super wise like that, or creating, like, they've created something that's going to be a legacy that they're going to be able to enjoy for the rest of their life. So this is either that they're in the midst of a project that's going to do this, or they just completed something that's going to do this. So if they're ready to come out and, you know, put something out there, it could be something that, you know, is tangible. And you know, for example, like, they might, you know how Lauryn Hill put out one album, but that album was enough to last her essentially her entire career. Like, her entire album, or sorry, her entire career has been that one album. I feel like this person is finally doing that, finally doing or completing that one thing. I don't know if this is necessarily going to be one project they ever have, but, like, if they might be creating a project where it's like, if I never did anything else, this would be that great. Like, there's something about this project that they're working on, or they're about to complete or put out there, being enough. Oya could be significant to this person. I just said the color red. I was talking about red and purple. Graduation could be significant. So I don't know if this person is looking at going back to school or finishing college, or they're about to finish college, or high school. I never really felt like this was somebody who was that young. I've always felt it was someone who was a little bit older. Love could be coming for this person. This might be a prolific male celebrity, or somebody who's known as a heartthrob to the public. So people can literally see, like, for example, if this person got famous this month, you could see them by the end of the year, they have, like, they're dating, like, I don't want to say anybody's name, but they might be dating somebody who's like, you got him, like, you. I'm so sorry. That was such an inauthentic reaction. Like, that was such a, I probably wouldn't be that, I'm not gonna lie, like, I wouldn't be that happy with him. Like, I'm just gonna put it like that. I wouldn't be that happy with him. But, like, yeah, I just feel like this is somebody who, if people, I don't want to say they'll be envious of this person, but I do feel like they have quite a catch. Like, this is somebody who, I just can't even think of a male celebrity who people would be like, oh my god, him, because I don't even really look at men that way. But, like, yeah. Yeah, this is somebody who, I don't know if she could date this person, you know, on and off throughout the year, but I definitely see that this person definitely has some celebrities in their DMs that they're entertaining. This might even be that they have somebody who, you know, a lot of people want, and she's kind of playing this person, so that might be why she's kind of on and off, or they don't have a significant relationship, because she's like, you know, I don't really want to talk to you. I want to talk to X, Y, and Z. You know, they definitely have some. They have some celebrities simping after them for sure. This is happening. I literally just said I wasn't gonna use time, but like I feel like this is stuff that's happening so quickly, like so soon. Like I literally, like I'm not even joking. I want to say within the next week could be significant because, like I said, a Capricorn season is about to end. But I wouldn't be surprised if this is by the end of January. You know, I want to say specifically at the most, if it's not by the end of Capricorn season, I want to say Pisces season could be. I'll say Pisces season or Cancer season, because the King of Cups came out, which is more so Cancer. But there's something about this person, like I want to say water season at the end. So I want to say at least by the beginning of the summer, this will be somebody who is very, very prolific in the public eye. Um, but yeah, this might even be someone who like they're starting to have a platform. I'm thinking about this girl Mickey who I follow. She's that one Jamaican girl who's popular on TikTok, and she had posted at the end of the year that she started the year off with 86,000 followers, and she had 1 million by the end of the year. You know how crazy, like, that's exponential growth. Is crazy. So this might be somebody, for example, they might have a, you know, they might have a breakthrough or have something successful to the point where they have a following, but it's not necessarily the biggest. And then, like I said, by the end of the year or maybe by the summer, this person is like boom. Like, for example, I'm also thinking about Tyler, where Tyler had a career. You know, I was always really gagged because I was a big fan of Blood and Water, but I never knew that she did a song for their soundtrack. So Tyler had a career before Water. Like, I remember also when Ben Thinking came out, where everybody was like, girl, what the hell? And then Water was the next thing that came out. Speaking of the summer, Ben Thinking I think came out like the beginning of Aquarius season 2023, and then Water came out like that July or that August, and that was, you know what I'm trying to say. So it could be something where this person establishes themselves, like they have something going for them at the top of the year, but then by the summer is when things are just like boom. In general, the summer could be significant to this person. Um, yeah, okay, so I'm basically done with all that. I just want to see anything else about the comparisons to MJ. This might even be why I felt like this will be the last installation of this, because this is somebody who is going to be very clear. So I think it's going to be very clear who this person is. So all those videos, like I said, they are just going to be hindsight for people to look at for the future. But I don't think we're going to have to look at this person anymore, because or like look forward to who this person is, because we'll see them. Like, I think that's why honestly I even felt called to finish this the way that I did. I'm okay. So last thing I'm gonna say about these MJ downloads, I keep seeing fucking Camaros. I see, like, this is like the third one I seen today. Like, damn, is this that's the fourth one. That's fucking crazy. So this could definitely be happening very soon. I don't know if this person is a very strong person. I'm thinking about Survivor by Destiny's Child. So I don't know if this is someone who's really strong. She's really militant. She has an army coming behind her. You know what's really funny? Speaking of army, I bought these plugins from Bath and Body Works. I know it sounds crazy, but I bought this birthday cake one, right? And it smelled really good when I first undid it. But like lately, because of that, my room literally just smells like butter. Like, it just smells like butter. And that's a BTS song, right? And I think that was their first. Was that their first number one in the US? Like their first number one single? So there could definitely be something like that, where I don't know if this person's about to put out something that's gonna go number one. I don't know if this is like a number one debut. Like their first time putting out something, it goes number one. I just feel like this person has a crazy amount of support behind them to where they're succeeding to that extent. I'm thinking about Speed for some reason. So this is definitely a really big reach. This could also be somebody with a very diverse fan base, or just a lot of people know this person even if they're not friends. Okay. Even if they're not fans of this person. But I want to say specifically, when this person's ideas come out, like, for example, the presentation of this person might be so good that when you guys see it, like, you're like, I said before that it's not that other pop stars are not talented, or they just have to kiss this person's ass so bad, right? I just feel like the way that they think, like I was talking about Solomon and his wisdom, I just feel like the way that they think is so advanced. So if you're looking at certain other superstars and big greats and legends as if like they were like the end all be all of like brilliance and genius, especially in music and its presentation, this person, but when they come out, like I said, they're just gonna have that energy about her where it's just like, this is nobody to play with. Like, you know what I'm trying to say? It's different. The way that this person is able to succeed and fathom things. Like, I feel like from the start, it's almost this energy of, if you come out, if you start on this level, imagine where you'll go. Because, like, you know, other greats, they might have been great since they were a kid, but it definitely took them time to be able to get to that point where they were legends. Like, you know, Beyonce was always a great, but I feel like it wasn't until self-titled. At that point, she was like 15 years into her career, almost, you know, closer to 20 at that point. Yeah, because what is it called? A Destiny Child debuted 1995. Subtitle came out 2013, right? Yeah, almost 20 years into her career, I just saw 444. I feel like that was the point where Beyonce really became legend status, where Beyonce really defied all expectations, and the world was literally hers. Not to say that she wasn't a great, not to say that she wasn't a legend, not to say that people didn't recognize how big and how massive her impact was, but that was the point where she surpassed great and just hit the ethers. Like, she really hit a different level of legend, because that's something that you can only pull off when people support you from a different kind of place, right? I feel like this person is finally, like, she comes out, like I said, it's either the level of support this debut has, or the ideas that she fathoms is stuff that it would have took other people 10-15 years to get to in their careers. And you're just like, this is, if you start a career like this, imagine what it's gonna be like in 20 years. Oh my god, bitch, this is not even a Camaro. I don't even know sports car. This is another yellow sports car. Hey, like, this is crazy. Like, mind you, I'm in the suburbs. I'm not nowhere special. Like, what is going on? It's a random Tuesday night. Like, what is going on? I'm gonna leave that there. Any last messages about this person? Like, not necessarily about comparison to MJ or anybody, but any last messages about who this is and what she's gonna be like? My earring coming off. Oh no. I'm thinking about wearing your earring on the gay side. What? This might even be, I said before that this might be somebody who likes both genders. So this might even be somebody who she has a girlfriend and then she has a boyfriend, or she ends up with a man, or there might be something significant about, you know, particularly dating one gender but getting married to another, or being, you know, in long-term relationships with another. Even if both are there, I just feel like there's one gender, one side that has preference or takes precedence. I know that's such a specific download. This I don't know. I feel like I said this person is African. The partner could also be African. I don't know if her lovers are going to be quite significant, and that's why that's coming through too. I'm going to end this here. I also want to say specifically, this woman could be a very prolific earth placement. I don't know if I've ever said that before either, but I don't know if this is like an earth dominant. Like, this could be earth, sun, moon, and rising. There could be strong, I want to say specifically a Capricorn and Taurus. Specifically, I see Taurus could be significant. Yellow keeps coming through. I'm going to stop this here. Like, I promise there's nothing else that's coming through. But like I said, I'm going to stop here. I'm going to stop here confidently, because I genuinely feel like we're not going to be looking into this person as a hypothetical anymore. This is going to be a tangible person that everybody knows. I see 27. So, yeah. I thank you guys so much. If you see this video and you feel like, what the hell is she talking about? I want to know more. I'm going to link the other channel so you can go see the other videos. I'm not gonna lie, for some reason, I just really do not want those videos on this channel. I just feel like those existed in that space, so I'm just gonna keep them there. It might even just be the particular topic. Like, I just feel like it's best if it just stays over there. So yeah, but thank you for rocking with me. There will be more tarot content coming, but there's a lot more other kinds of content. As you can see, this channel, honestly, in my mind, is a little bit more diverse than the other one, just because that one, for the most part, was tarot. And I don't, like I said, I don't want to stop it. I just don't want it to be so in the forefront, because there are other things I love and I want to talk about, and I don't want to feel limited to anything. Like, I don't want to be one of those girls who only does one thing. Like, if you want to bang with me, you gotta bang with me with everything that I do. But yeah, thank you guys so much for subscribing, for fucking with me. And I promise there will be more to come, more consistently, and I will engage better. I promise. I feel so bad when you guys comment and I'm not there to pay attention, so I promise I will be paying attention from now on. Yeah, see you guys. Or Happy New Year.